Welcome back. It's now time for our brand new segment here. It's called For Your Money, and we're joined by David Nelson of Nelson Court. David, good morning.
Good morning.
We're really glad to have you here. We're really excited about this new segment. You can expect it every week here. And first of all, what can people kind of expect to learn from the segment?
So we have three main goals as far as with this segment. The first is to educate. There's a lot of individuals out there that we come in contact with that are looking for information. They have phrases similar to, they need to teach this stuff in school. And as I respond to them, I said, they do teach this stuff in school. The problem is when you're 18 years old, you're not interested in listening to this boring, financial information. And even if you did at age 25, 30, 40, the rules have changed. And so so much of it doesn't apply anymore. Number two, as far as a goal that we have, is what we call fools learn from their own mistakes. And so we want people to learn from other people's mistakes. It's much cheaper. What do we mean by that is that we have people come in the office on a regular basis, and what comes out of their mouth pertaining to retirement is, I should have started earlier and I should have saved more. We've never had anybody walk in and say they saved too much and they started too early.
Exactly.
It just doesn't happen. So anyway, so that's number two. And I think number three is where it kind of all comes together, and that is to motivate. And so what we want to do through this segment is to be able to motivate people. We're going to educate, but we need to motivate. It's no different than somebody embarking on a weight loss program. They have to implement. They have to be motivated as far as to take those steps, as far as to move forward and to lose that weight. And so with this, we want to motivate people, and we think that we kind of view ourselves as a coach. And that coach is going to be here once a week, and it's only 3 minutes, so you got to pay attention. But the bottom line is, for that 3 minutes, we want to educate people as far as different things that they can do to make their tomorrows better. And number two, we want to be there consistently to give them that generic advice that hopefully will help them get to that goal that they have.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. So let's go ahead and get started.
Sure,
then we'll talk about global markets. They've been under pressure for quite some time, with U.S. markets recently following suit. So what's the level of concern? I like this phrase that you guys have come up with: heartburn or heart attack. One of them is obviously very more serious than the other.
Exactly. Heartburn, heart attack, essentially what we're trying to look at, and this is the challenge. I was very blessed years ago to be able to spend time with a gentleman by the name of Peter Lynch, and Peter Lynch is a famous money manager. And Peter Lynch said everybody needs to hear this, this test. And the test is, on the surface, sounds pretty simple. But the bottom line is, you got a block of money. The first year you're up 50%, next year down 50%. Where are you? And most people on the surface say you're whole, but you're not. You're 25% below where you started. So the markets today are extremely volatile. What we're trying to determine is it heartburn or is it a heart attack? Our best guess today is this is heartburn, and this is going to be fairly temporary. And what we'll have, I don't know if we can get the slide here shortly, but on the slide what we're going to talk about is the difference between if it's a full-blown heart attack versus a full-blown or not a full-blown, but a heartburn. And so what it basically is saying, as far as if we're in a recession, what ends up happening is that the reduction as far as in stocks is much more severe. The drop is much more severe. If we're not in a recession, which we don't believe we are today in a recession, the returns aren't nearly as negative as far as through this type of environment. So our best guess today, and again, predicting tomorrow's, as you could probably imagine, very difficult on Wall Street, but our best prediction is today we're talking about heartburn, not a heart attack.
And that's very good news indeed.
Yes, exactly.
All right, David, thanks so much for joining us. We're
Appreciate
really
it.
looking forward to this segment.
I am as well. Thank you.
And of course, we're going to make this discussion available. If you missed any of it, we'll have it for you online at our